I'ma go around the town, up in my way, up my shit. Niggas be making a sound. Niggas don't wish where I'm from. Ride till we making it out. Hey. Ride till we making it out. Hey. Look. Go around the town, up in my way, up my shit.
What's up, everybody? This is Hoser, Juice Podcast, and always with me
is Juma
and Frankie,
Isaac,
and today we got Arielle. What's good?
Hey.
How you doing today?
I am good. Yes. How is everybody?
Good. Good to see you again after the festival.
Yes, I had so much fun. Thank you for having us. It was really fun.
Legit.
Yeah.
Thank
you. You went off.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It
was fun.
You went off.
It was a little tired towards the end of the night, but we still kept it going for sure.
Especially from being there earlier. Salute you guys for still having the energy at the end.
Yeah.
You guys pulled up early yourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were I was helping Sage with Rhyme Well Lemonade, and we were trying to get that all set up for its first appearance, I guess you would say. So yeah, we were there early, and I got to see a lot of the talent that came through, so that was cool for me.
I hear you.
Yeah, we did have a lot of people.
Yeah.
16 artists.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It was a lot of interviews.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It was an active day.
Good for y'all. Cheers.
Yeah, that shit was fun. But yeah, you were performing with Sage 1, right?
Yes, I was.
How many songs were you singing with them?
I believe that set we did 5. So I kind of just back him up. I back him up for the songs that he previously did before I, started working with him. And I just kind of like throw in my own vocals in the back just to, add more of a ambiance with the set. And then we have worked on like 3 where, he has me do 1 a cappella, and then there's like 3 that we've worked on together, or he's written out for me to sing specifically. And then I wrote out 1 myself. So
that's hella calculated for him to write something for you to sing. How was that? Were you just comfortable with that off top?
You know what? Typically I wouldn't. Typically I do like
just like being an artist yourself. It's like
typically I wouldn't, but I do trust Sage. So when he like hit me up and he was like, "Hey, I have a new song. I want it's lit." He was like, "You're gonna fucking love it. Like I want you to hear it." So we rehearsed, and then we were like rehearsing in his studio, and he played it, and then he sang the part that he wanted me to sing. So then like we were practicing, and I'm like picking up the words as he's singing, and it's very short. It's like it's just the hook, so it's very easy to pick up on and repeat and memorize. So yeah, after I heard it the first time, I was like, oh fuck yeah, let's do this. And,
for sure.
Yeah, and it's his song, and if it was bad, oops. Did I cuss?
No, yeah.
She's already used to it.
Oh, okay. But yeah, no, he just was like, yeah, it was cool. And it's a good vibe. We're already talking about the video and ideas for that. And it's definitely something I'd never done. So I'm really excited for it. It's super hype and a crowd pleaser for sure. It's really exciting. Yeah. And then he featured on one of my songs as well.
Okay.
Which hasn't dropped yet, but hopefully when the EP is ready, he will be on there with me as well.
Yeah. How many songs is going to be on the EP?
Gosh, man, I'm having such a hard time. I have a song with Dao Poeta too, and Kumase. So I'm trying to get the songs that I have with them on that EP. So if I get those songs on the EP, it'd be about 7. Yeah. But if I don't, it's only gonna be 5. But I really, really want Kumase and Dao Poeta. Our songs are really good. They're just not finished, and now that I'm working with one specific engineer and one specific producer, it's really hard to get those stems and to, truly take it to put the effects that I want.
And what is that like? You
without the
kind of
pay.
enjoy it? Oh, okay.
It costs money. It's just expensive, and so most engineers and producers, they're gonna show you more love if it's their work. But if it was recorded in another studio with another producer,
right,
to get it in and have them, mix and master and stuff like that, it's a little bit
costly.
It's a little bit more costly. So
I hear that.
It's tragic.
Yeah, but I do definitely want to drop it. I do want to drop those songs. The one with Dao is so good.
Okay.
7. You got a name for this EP?
I do. I'm so scared to commit to it. It's called Boy Crazy.
Boy Crazy.
Boy Crazy, yes.
Was it in the midst of battling other names, or was it like, how'd you get to that name?
No, that was the first name that I kind of came up with. I wanted something that reflect the EP, and all of the songs are about love or heartbreak or helping my friends move on from their heartbreak and kind of just about boys.
I feel it.
So,
And this is in the midst
Featuring
of
boys in every
Yeah.
song.
honestly.
featuring boys. Featuring boys. Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah. So.
No, this is like in the midst of.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even know.
Special appearance by Isaac.
Hey,
About time.
Hey.
Finally got him on the camera.
He's trying to take his whole appearance out.
He's gonna cut that whole
Two
thing
chops,
out.
bro. I say, yeah, let's.
Wow, he's gonna make me know they sound like
Yeah.
you're
You
crazy.
turn red right now, like if people are actually in here.
It's hot.
It is hot. Yeah,
You're
it
not
is
wrong.
hot.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say this is in the midst of from the last time you came on. You kind of recently dropped that album.
Yeah.
I'd say in the in the meantime, I know you said you started doing stuff with Sage. How is it building yourself to like drop the next album, and like how was it just possibly speaking on the singles that you did in between? I know like I seen one that was up. So how is it deciding? You know what? I'm like ready to drop just to even have that in mind.
I have so much music. And
A word.
I-
So
I-
there was a bunch made in between, like the two albums in a sense, basically.
Yes,
Okay.
there's a lot that's been made in between. Not all of them are making it.
Okay.
There's like so much that it's never gonna leave the vault because it's just not. Sorry, it's just not. Once I started working with, his name is Christian Osmo. He's my engineer.
Yeah, keep tying it. Sorry. Go tying it.
And then
I don't know why it's slipping.
DJ Phrase One is the producer that I'm working with right now. Once I started working with them, the I wouldn't say like level of quality, but the energy of what I've actually been looking for with like my sound, like I feel like I found my sound with them. And you know, before I was kind of just testing the waters with the different producers and different engineers, and you know, I did have D Major, who was like amazing, and but you know, like he's got his baby girls, he's got twins, he's also busy himself, so just kind of once I found home base, then all the other music kind of just got cut off. And
Oh, damn.
Then,
What was the indicator? Kind of like knowing, like, you know, this is the sound that I actually like.
the engineer.
The engineer.
Yeah,
Okay.
he really was using my vocals and to the extent of where I know like how it should sound. Like he was taking what was in my head and actually like making it. You know, like sometimes with songs they'd be like, okay, like that's really good, but it wasn't what I heard in my head, like the extent of quality that I hear. So I think once I met Christian, like just instantly, Origami is the song that we dropped, the first song
Right.
that I dropped with him in Phrase One. And once we did that song, it was like it hit the radio. It was
Word.
yeah.
Salute to that.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Congratulations.
And
Yeah.
I mean, like the radio stations are in like other states, but
Nah,
at least it hit the radio.
yeah,
so
that's
I
fire,
was just
yeah.
like, you know, I'll just
That's
take
fire.
it. It was being played in
People's
like
like,
clubs.
where are
out-
the vault ones? You know?
Yeah.
Because that's the potential, you know?
Yeah.
It could end up being played at a place like that. So that's
Yeah.
cool.
It was really exciting for me, and so I knew like, okay, like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is a sound. It's a little bit more poppy, definitely more radio, but it's definitely like kind of like what I'm into. So since then, and then you know the songs with Kamase and Dao Poeta, like those songs are just still so good that I'm gonna have to have Christian go through, and we're gonna have to schedule a session, and I'm gonna have to actually add some more like layers of vocals because he takes like 25 to 30 layers of vocals and like just like pans it, and like he just is wild, and he does it like without even like making a sweat. Like it's nothing to him. So once we kind of picked up our, you know,
That's
our
fire.
rhythm,
You could just really go express yourself instead of like having to limit it or like limit
yeah,
kind of things that you want to do. Just kind of knowing the producer or like an engineer, like,
yeah.
I already know he probably doesn't even want to deal with a bunch of layers and shit to work with, you know?
He loves
so,
it. Yeah,
okay.
he does. Yeah, he tells me I would prefer to just work on this type of music. Like,
Oh, word.
Yeah, that's his thing. Yeah.
Salute to that.
Yeah.
Sounds like a link up, you know?
Yeah,
So
he's-
you guys
over
both
here,
have mutual likings in
yeah.
the
Yeah.
process.
Real
Yeah,
shit.
he's super cool. Yeah.
Hella. You just spoke on it briefly. Can you speak on the Origami single? Because
Oh my
that's
gosh.
in the midst of something that got dropped, you know, from the last album.
Yes. Origami. Such a good song. So when I first connected with Phrase One, I just met him through social media, and you know, I hit him up, and I was like, I kind of want a beat from you, and so he had a deal.
So you see, you're not being afraid to reach out.
Never.
Like
Yeah.
that's like a thing that can just push your. You never know. You end up linking people that
I mean, the
end
worst
up
thing
being
they could
involved
say
in
is
your
no.
life.
So
I hear you.
I think with y'all, like, I feel like I reached out.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm saying.
I think it's
What's worse, getting told no or being left on scene?
being left on.
Left on scene.
Because getting told
Yeah.
no is
Yeah.
just.
I'd rather
Because
get
I leave people on
It's
scene all
fuel.
the time, bro.
Acknowledgement, huh?
That or
I'd rather get a
it
no.
feeds the fuel and it makes you want to try harder and be better.
I'll give him a nap.
Oh.
so you
Okay.
can get the yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
you know,
okay.
it's kind of like, well, now I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you take it as like, okay, you like saw my stuff and you decided no, rather
Yeah.
than just like you didn't even give me the chance type
Or
shit.
maybe they didn't even listen to me. Maybe they just automatically saw the followers and or the numbers, and they're like, nah,
Oh, word.
without even giving somebody a chance, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, Phrase sent me the beat, and he was like, I'm gonna send you one beat for this price. This is the deal. You're gonna go in. You got 3 hours. You're gonna record the song, and you know, if Christian likes it, then we're gonna keep working. If he doesn't, then that'll probably be the end of our relationship.
Oh, so at least transparency.
It was like
Yeah.
it felt like an audition, to be honest.
Yeah. I hear
It
you.
sounds like one, to be honest.
Yeah.
There
Fucking
was a
intense,
criteria and
dude.
all.
That,
yeah.
that has to tell you. I mean, like June said, like, you know, appreciate the transparency, but
Yeah.
to be told up front, like, yeah, if we like it, we'll keep going. If not, well, thanks for today. But
I do like the transparency, you
Yeah.
know, because it does make me feel like, you know, like, okay, this is a job sometimes.
Yeah,
and it's like,
exactly.
you know, I do need to take it serious. And so anyways, I went in, I actually wrote the song in like 40 minutes. And I was going through something that related to that at the time. I was like talking to somebody who had an ex-girlfriend, and I was just like, I don't really want to be a part of this drama, but he was my friend, and it was just like all this. So I put it into the song, and it came out really good. I don't know where I came up with the idea of Origami. I think the beat just kind of sounds a little like just a little geisha-y, I guess. But yeah, it actually turned out really good. Christian was really impressed, and yeah, he called Phrase, and Phrase called me, and he's like, he's gonna want to keep working with you. You guys are gonna continue to work, and we're gonna continue to work.
Did you react like I got on American Idol?
Did you? I'm in. You know me? I'm in.
I made it.
I was like,
All I needed was one chance.
One chance.
No, honestly,
One
prove
mic.
people wrong is some of the best feelings in the
No
world. You
spaghetti.
know?
I actually didn't make it past the first round of American Idol.
Wait, you actually did it.
I actually did audition for
Wait,
American
whoa.
When?
That's a
What year?
little.
It was a
That's
while
a transition.
back. It was
Who
like
was the judges?
5 years ago. It was, to be honest, I don't know.
Okay.
But my
I feel like
family,
that's
it's
how I
something
would've
my
known,
family
like,
made
with
me
the
do.
era. Okay.
And
Oh, they made you do
My
it.
family made me do it. I didn't want to do it.
Yo, what a storyline. Hold on.
that's wild.
Yo, now salutes are having the support. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta go that's do really, this. That's Really cool.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, my cousin and my mom were like, let's go. My mom drove me all the way out to like San Francisco, I think. And
Hey, yo.
Wow.
That's not even like a close commute at
No,
all.
it was
I was thinking it was in LA. Like that. It was like
it was
those
like a
auditions. or
5-hour
something.
drive.
Yeah.
And
Jim, let's go over to your left.
Yeah.
I think that
More.
my head
Right
wasn't
there.
in it.
Perfect.
And I was singing a song that I originally wrote, and at the time I wasn't the most experienced songwriter. I was definitely a great poem writer and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of where I messed up. I think I should have sang a song that they knew,
Should did a cover.
a cover, yeah. And I was also very hungover. So it definitely
Mom gonna be
took-
mad at you.
it took-
Like that's the reason you
Well,
lost.
she did yell
My
at me.
one chance.
Yeah.
She yelled at me. She's like,
Oh,
this is why I
word.
told you not to go out last night.
Oh,
Your
word.
voice is tired. You weren't ready. I heard you. You didn't sound good. And I was just like, to be honest, because I didn't want to do it in the first place, it definitely changed my mindset and affected how I performed.
Damn.
But
What an
Christian,
experience, yo.
yeah.
What the heck?
yeah, my new engineer, he keeps telling me you need to go back. I'm like, I might actually go back.
That's fire.
Yeah,
Damn.
I think I'm ready now.
Dang, you know you had that experience.
Need to
with
vlog the
Tug.
whole
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah,
That's crazy to me.
Be fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just judged on a scale where like their comparison is radio hits, or that's what I'm thinking. Like they're the type of judges that are gonna go off classic hits, so it's kind of a high bar to impress. It's not just like the average.
Right.
I don't know. We do research for guys every week with like underground music. You feel me? It's like more of like an open ear. I know they're trying to be strict and critical with that shit, so I can just imagine the
Yeah.
pressure. I ain't gonna lie. That kind of
yeah.
seems.
And I hadn't like that was before I came back to OC, so I wasn't like I hadn't performed for anybody
Okay.
live since like elementary school.
Damn.
And so it was just kind of, I am proud of myself though, because I did not let that break my goal to want to get back into music.
Definitely.
Yeah,
you're
for
trying to
a lot
go
of
back.
And-
Yeah, that's already.
But you went like, instead of crawling, you went running.
Yeah. No, I was
She's like,
like,
I'm gonna get back into it. American Idol.
yeah.
Yeah, you went for a full sprint, not even like
I
a
ain't doing
jog,
stages.
not even
I'm
like,
thinking about
I'm
singing
doing
again.
all festivals. You feel me? Like shit like that. That's
Yeah.
hard.
I'm doing arenas,
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah. So I was just like, I guess it definitely was a bummer, but I also knew that it was not a closed door for me. And that's what I told you. Being told no is kind of what made me like, okay, well, now I want to be told yes. And now I'm going to work my ass off and force myself to become better so I can get the yes. So it fueled the fire for sure, being told no.
That's a good mentality. For real.
Comeback story.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
She's gonna win it.
Yeah.
2025.
Hey,
Calling it right
Shout
now.
out to
You
Juice
feel me?
Podcast.
Yeah, it started. They better have these clips in the, and they show them at the, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, bro.
When they're
We're gonna be on
showing
Idol.
their backstory.
Yeah, you're like, what? No way you went. Dude, you're gonna have the clips right there.
Hey, Jim's gonna be one of the people they interview.
Chaz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember when she came off.
Yeah, she's saying for us in her second season.
Chaz.
We seen her first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. It's a good experience. To go
I wanted to ask with doing rehearsals, because you're just trying to be prepped for our show, because that's something you did with Sage. Was that something you already had in your routine when you were doing your regular sets? Because something I seen you in was after our interview was at the OC Natives. You had a set at OC Natives' their festival. Was that so? Like, is like introducing rehearsal? Is that something that you always do? Is so like even comparison to when you say you wrote a song in 30 minutes, you're just kind of comfortable on the field to just trust what you already have, or so how is it just kind of being prepared as an artist? I would say.
So writing, I usually wait till the idea is in my head, and then I go into my phone and I pull out the beat, and then once the idea is there, the words kind of just flow, and then that's why the songs are written so clearly. But if I don't have an idea, like sometimes an idea will pop in my head, I'll put it in my phone. I'm like, next time I have a beat, this is the idea I'm gonna write off of.
That's hard.
So that's kind of how it was with origami. Like I got home one night and I was like, yeah, that was some bullshit that I just went through, and I was like, all right, that's what I want to write about. Like I want to write about this situation. With rehearsing, usually I don't have like a rehearsal, like I don't rent out like a rehearsal studio or anything like that. Sage likes to do that because, well, at the last For the Fans show, we had a drummer. So, and then it was my first show with him. So we got all together and we definitely needed to rehearse because it's like 3 different people you're bringing together. It's got to match. And then now, the reason why we did another rehearsal before
Summertime in the Juice, yeah.
Yeah, Summertime in the Juice, is because we were adding a new song.
Oh, word.
Yeah, so that song was the first time it's ever been performed.
Okay.
Was that
the acapella where you did the acapella at the beginning?
No.
Which one was that one?
It's called Right Around.
Okay.
Yeah, Right Around. It was the first song that we did when we first song that was performed of the night. So that one was new. That's the one that he had written, and he thought my voice would go good with it. So yeah, we went in and we rehearsed that, and then him and Dow also rehearsed, and we went through our set. And so, for the most part, I would say I have the set pretty locked in. So when he calls me and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna go do this," show. For the most part, I don't think we really need to rehearse too much. We usually would just get together, run through it like once or twice, and then we're like, all right, we're good, just to stay fresh, But besides that, when I'm by myself, I rehearse in my car. I'll just practice at home, just make sure that my vocals are warmed up. It's really important to make sure your vocals are warmed up and you don't have any like beer or food before you sing, because it makes you burp and like it throws off like your vocals, and just things like that is what I try to do to prep. So
What is your favorite like a performance that you've ever done?
my favorite?
Yeah.
Well, my sets, like something that I've for myself, I would say my favorite performance was at For the Fans. I think it was, I don't want to be wrong, but I think it was For the Fans 5.
He's on 8 now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going on.
He just did 7, huh?
We just did 7, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
So 5 was really fun. I really enjoyed that one. And then like with Sage, I would say the For the Fans 7, performing with him for the first time there was really dope. Yeah.
Alo Santa, right?
At Santa, yeah.
Yeah,
It was really fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the experience? My bad. Just to get like a little more specific. What'd you like about it compared to other sets that you've done?
Well, I fell in love with For the Fans when I first saw it at 4. So when I went to the For the Fans 4, I was like in awe of just like the community that had came together to, come out and support these artists. The artist, the way, even just the ambience of the shows, all the local vendors, everything was so pretty and lit up very well. The sound was great. I really liked Sage's sets. I really like Josh Dominguez. Like, I thought he was an amazing singer.
I never heard of him. You guys heard of him? Josh Dominguez?
Yeah, I have a song with him.
Okay, I wanna look into his stuff.
So yeah, I actually met them through Zol, DJ Zol, who, I was already working with Zol, and then I told him about, Josh and Sage, and I was like, dude, they dropped this cypher video where they like rap, and they just got a video of it, and it was to promote for the Fans. And once I saw that video, I was like, oh, I'm going to this show, because they were so good, and I wanted to get to know who they were. And then that's when Zol was like, well, I know them very well, and we ended up clicking, and yeah, I got to do a song with Josh, and then Sage and I's relationship kind of came like pretty recently.
So at 4, you were just there as a supporter.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
then it took like maybe 2.
So then after that, when they started promoting for the Fans 5, that's when
Okay.
my friend was like, you should just sign your music in. And it wasn't ready. My music wasn't ready. The EP wasn't dropped.
Yeah.
But I just sent it. And I even put in the notes like, these aren't mixed and mastered.
Trying to explain like just in case they had their reasoning. I already told you it's not. Yeah.
Just so you know,
Yeah.
but hopefully you can see the potential. And I did get in, and I was able to go and perform, and it was really fun. And I think that the thing I like about the shows is the audience. They really are there to listen to good music. Like, they're not there because their friends performing. They're there because like they want to go listen to the good music. And they're actually like looking forward to the artists that are on the bill. So
Yeah, it's gotta hit different.
it hits different. Yeah. So
Then the type of nights you'll turn up with somebody the whole night and not know their name.
yeah.
And you're just next to them, I just turned up with somebody for 4 hours, bro. like recent times, bro, I'll kick with my friends for like an hour or 2.
Yeah.
I can do with this guy for 4 hours, man. We jabbed this music all night, you know me, and I don't even know this fool, but it's all because similar interests,
Yeah.
Similar interests will fuck around and you just have you connect with people and shit. So
Real,
Yeah.
have yourself a good time.
yeah,
It's cool.
that's hard.
Yeah. It
I
was
think honestly, the whole moral of everything you preach is reach out, like, because that's what you said. Your friend just told you send your music in, and it ends up being one of your best experiences. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. Well, they say closed mouths don't get fed, and that's something that I try to remind myself a lot. And, you know, I get told no a lot. I get told no.
Word.
I mean, maybe not when it comes to like my music or anything like that, but like just in life in general, like, you know, I'm having a really like, I'm also a bartender on the side, and like I'm having such a hard time finding a job as a bartender right now. And I did like 4 interviews at one spot just for them to tell me no.
Dang.
So I'm like, I just feel like I wasted so much time, but you know, it's better, you know, to try than, reaching out. And, you know, if you really want something, then you have to be able to humble yourself and ask for it and stuff, you know, not should be worried about how you look or like, you know, worried about getting told no or things like that. You have to have the desire and the passion to ask for it. So, yeah.
Right. It gives meaning to the asking. Plus, you got music behind you that holds it down. So
That's very important.
yeah.
Because if you don't sound good, then it's gonna make you feel really bad, and that's gonna suck too.
Yeah. Then it's like, hell no. Not today, fam.
The worst is like when someone's trying to patronize you, like they like don't know how to tell you, or like I've seen it myself. Like people don't know how to tell you or tell other artists that, and the people pursuing certain things, whether it's like sports or dance or music, is that they don't know. Nobody knows how to tell someone like, hey, like, I don't think that this is for you. And that's kind of where people get hurt because they work really, really hard for something that, you know, maybe the people who love them, the people who are close to them, probably should have just like kind of reached out and talked to them about, you know, pursuing other things. But it's worth the try.
No, I hear you.
So,
Yeah, can't blame nobody for trying once.
yeah, it's worth the try. You have to.
I trip out the most because you're over here now doing backups or like doing sets with Sage after a reach out, you know? Just even, he probably had to fuck with your music and your set that day as well, you know? Like it wasn't just like, yo, like
What?
she's just some.
I did reach out to him like before I got on the For the Fans 5.
Okay.
Because I was already working with Josh. And Josh was like, just reach out to him. Like, you know, see what he says. He might be down. I reached out to him, and honestly, he read it. Sorry, not to put you on blast, H. He read it, but he didn't respond to it. So I was like, okay, respect, whatever. Like, that's fine. Like, you know, he's a busy man. He doesn't know who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
So, you know, but at least he knew in the back of his head that is something that I was willing to do, which is probably why, you know, he reached out to me when he had done it, because he was like, cool, she's going to be stoked to do this for me. And I already know that now listening to my music and seeing my content, I already know that I would be stoked to have her. So he already kind of had me in the back of his head, maybe from that message, maybe not, who knows, but you know.
Whatever the reasoning, and it worked out.
Might have worked, yeah.
For real. For real, that's hard.
Yeah, what an experience.
But he's cool. We're actually really good friends now. We've definitely grown a really close relationship. I love this girl, Ash. I think she's super dope too. And, you know, we...
she was front row with the photos.
Yeah.
Capturing everything. She was there live and direct.
Yeah.
I fucked
She
with
made
that.
sure she got the
Yeah,
content.
I fucked with that.
Yeah. The first night we all hung out, like just, you know, together, me, her, and him. We went to karaoke and drank soju. And it was like a private karaoke spot. So like we were just in the room, the three of us, just like taking shots of soju and doing karaoke for each other. It was really fun though. It was really fun.
Young showcase. Like, let me show you what I got. You know, she choosing the song that she wanted to do for American Idol.
I did Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
I should have done it for American Idol.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did Alicia Keys.
In the room. They're about to leave, and they're like, man, you should have been on like, hey, you got
I'm gonna do
potential.
this shit that I actually wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard.
It was really fun though. And then it became a little inside joke, soju thing. So
I wanted to ask about the acapella song.
okay.
Setting
Take
it
my
up.
hands.
Yeah, because at hip hop shows, we're just ready for a showcase of talent, you know? So maybe it's just me, like, as a fan. What's up, Sophie?
Hey,
Probably
girl.
on cam?
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, either or. I wanted to ask, how is it for you, basically not trying to let down the guy that you're on stage with, you know? Do you always feel like this acapella is doing him justice, or just even for yourself? Do you tend to surprise yourself and just how difficult it may be to sing live without any type of backing? Like, you know?
I think it is very smart of Sage to allow me to do that a cappella on his set because
It helps his set. Because
I-
it to me, it brings diversity. We know, like, we're just not expecting it. Yeah.
You're not expecting it.
Definitely.
It's something I do for my sets.
Okay.
I will switch it up, and if I feel like I'm losing the crowd,
It's
the
definitely gonna grab
interest,
their attention.
I turn off
Yeah.
all the music, and then I love singing a cappella. I sang a cappella for so long before I even knew what a producer was, and before I had someone that made me beats. I don't play an instrument, so yeah, I didn't have a way to sing the songs that I had other than just my voice. So I do love to sing a cappella. All of the songs that I've written before I had producers are a cappella, and those are usually the songs that I will go on stage and sing a cappella. Or if I meet somebody and they're like, "Well, let me hear you sing," I sing those songs because they're not written for a specific.
You'll just have your own
song.
rhythm for your own songs in your head? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is that like rhyme
crazy.
focus or like content focus? Like, what do you do to
Singers.
even keep yourself on track? Because I feel like a beat is what allows you to keep the rhythm, you know? So what are you doing? Like, is it like the rhymes that you can remember, or is it like
It's
something that hits so close
it's
to
a-
home that I can remember it anyhow?
It's a cadence. It does hit so close to home that I can remember it. Yeah, it's definitely cadence, melodies. It's really hard to like take those songs. I've tried to take those songs and put them on a beat.
Oh, word.
They don't go anywhere.
Okay.
So I just know that they just have to stay like that, or I'd have to have a musician come in and write to my song.
Yeah, composed to literally you're singing.
Exactly. And that's really hard.
Yeah,
So
nah, I hear you.
I don't blame them.
Like, I'll be a 4-hour set.
I've tried
Hey, after you win
really
American
hard.
Idol,
Just get this shit matched
Sky's
up.
the
you
limit.
know? Get this
Yeah.
shit matched up. Like,
I've tried really hard to like put those songs into music, and I've met producers and I'm like, "Can you do this for me?" And then, like, everyone tries, and that's
Right.
admirable, but it doesn't come out the same. So I just leave it in a cappella. But as far as Sage's set, he asked me to. He's the one who came with the idea, and he asked me. He's like, he said, just put some soul in it, and I'm like, okay, because at first I thought he wanted me to sing it the way that the other singer was singing it on the hook, and then he's like, no, don't try to do her part. Like, do it your way. Like, I want to hear your soul. So I'm like, you want some soul? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right. So we got it down in rehearsal, and yeah, he really liked it. And
That's fire. Allowed to
fortunate
express yourself.
to keep it on there. And it's actually a very like powerful moment for me because I relate to the lyrics so much. So, like I'm a Christian, and I talk to God all the time about my habits.
what is the song about, if you don't mind me? Because you're just speaking about a little vague. If you could just
I
talk
don't know
about
the song too well, so I don't want to
Okay.
speak for Sage.
Or
but
just, or just your part.
What I say is, Lord, please forgive me for mistakes that I've been making. Excuse the drugs I use just to keep my soul from breaking. Society is trying me. The streets are filled with hatred. The hunger of a dog is always underestimated. And then we just kind of go into it again, and I throw some more soul on there. And then, yeah, we go into the song. And it's a nice little break. It's a break for Sage. It's a break for the crowd to hear all the loud music, to just hear some vocals. It's very smart move, I would say, for sure.
I hear it.
Yeah, this guy's know how to perform, dude.
I fuck with that.
This guy's know how to throw a show.
He put some thought into it, and definitely put a lot of thought into the shows because they are very successful. So yeah, it's really. I'm sure it's not easy. I don't know how he did it. I just kind of show up to the
Yeah.
shows, but they're really.
Nah,
I'm
but
sure.
you play a major part because if you don't do good, I know it reflects on him too. Like, that's still a thing. Like, you know, so
true.
So far,
it's
I
not a
haven't-
matter of
I
just
haven't
getting
fucked
anybody
up
to just
yet,
like to
so.
go sing. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's not just, I need somebody to sing with me. It's like,
Oh yeah,
you better compliment how good I'm doing. You know?
some
For real.
trust, a little trust in each
Yeah,
other.
yeah, for sure. That's the exact word for it.
Yeah, it's a lot of put a lot of trust in me. So I'm
How's
very
that?
happy.
How's making music by yourself into going into having someone write for you and have full trust in your ability for stage presence?
It was cool. It was cool. Because I believe in all those things in myself.
Right.
I believe that I've already always believed that I can handle something like that. There's nothing wrong with having my friend have an idea for a song instead of him singing it out himself, saying, hey, Arielle, I can hear you right here. Can you do this for me? And it's not like I'm just allowing him to write for me. It's like I'm trying to bring his vision to life. I'm trying to make, I'm trying to help him with that, with what he's got, and that's what making music is about. It's not about control or power. It's just about like, dude, like we're just all here for love, and it's just love. So it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, and like everyone talks shit like, oh, you're doing backups now. It's like I'm doing backups, but this is really fun for me. This is something I would do. I would do it for free. I would do it for fun. I'm gonna do it just to do it. It's fun. So.
Nah, it's clutch because you're not taking away from dropping your solo stuff. That's why.
Oh no.
Like it'd be something if you were like transitioning to, like it's like a role you're playing. But no, it's just like a part of what you got. Yeah, an addition.
Yeah.
Nah, that's cool. That's cool.
It's just an addition to what we got going on.
And it's not like it's just so many other artists either. This is Sage One, like
he represents OC very well.
For sure.
So it's like it's pretty big.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. I was definitely very honored to be asked, to do something like that. And it is a lot of trust that you're putting into somebody. Like, okay. Yeah, I like seeing Destruct up on the wall. I actually have songs with him too.
Oh, word.
I have like 2 songs with Destruct. They aren't dropped, but he is in the works of getting them ready. Yeah. We got a cool song too.
You got work.
Yeah.
You got work out here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
He's even prepared to drop as well.
Yeah.
Right.
And the bio for your song, Origami, you just you kind of give a little bit of a brief breakdown what the album is gonna be.
I don't remember.
You just mentioned something about abuse. It was just like more like close to home.
Oh, that one?
Oh, that's for the new song.
So that one, Origami's dropped.
Okay.
So that song it's called It Wasn't Easy.
It wasn't easy.
It wasn't
Apologize
easy. It wasn't easy. I was actually gonna perform it for you guys, but we're not in the old spot anymore.
So sorry.
I didn't know. No, it's
sorry.
totally fine. I did not. No, but yeah. So it's called It Wasn't Easy. It is a song about a previous relationship. Well, one of the biggest relationships I was ever in, and it just speaks upon how it's tough to leave a toxic situation. It's tough to not be abusive and get abused, and it's tough to like. Not it's tough to make the right decision and not just let like your heart and like your stomach like control what you're supposed to do and what right is. It's like hard to use your brain and step out of something and like, hey, like us together is not good, but if we weren't together we would probably both be 2 happy separate people. And so it's kind of like about that and how it was really hard for me to leave that situation because I loved him so much, and we just started bringing out the worst in each other, and I didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted him to be the good guy and me to be a good person. And so that song, he doesn't talk to me anymore. He absolutely hates me because I left, but that song was kind of a song written like I was talking to him. We've lost a lot of friends and family since we've split. And so, it's hard to like go through these losses and then not have that person that you knew those people with to go through like the grief. But yeah, it was in a sense, it's like I'm writing to him, I'm talking to him, and I'm saying it wasn't easy for me to leave you. It wasn't something I wanted to do. It was something I had to do. So,
powerful.
Yeah, so that's
is the song triggering?
It's very triggering. I listen to it a lot, especially when I'm like not.
You just be wanting to be triggered. You just be listening to that joke. Like,
no, if I'm already triggered,
I hear
you. Let's get even more sad.
Blast that joke, like
turn it up. I'm trying to get to balling level right now. Shit.
I'm already down here. Fuck it.
Somebody bring me another sound.
It actually makes me feel really proud of myself.
Okay.
When I hear it, because I turned something.
So it's like a.
Yeah,
it's like a healing process.
It makes me feel good. Like
Okay.
because I turned something something that was so hard for me to ever speak upon. But first off, I wasn't
Right.
ready to put him on blast.
That's
or,
very personable.
yeah, it took something that was so hard for me to speak about, and like, you know, nobody really knew about, and make it sound pretty and make it sound empowering. And I know that right now I'm trying to go into a place with my music where what I'm saying isn't like, I have fun songs, but also like I have the ability to write songs for people who are healing and like put my experiences into music to help others and not just keep it inside because I'm too afraid to talk about these things. So I actually really like the song. There's a quote.
That's how some of the best music's made. So
Yeah, there's a quote in there and it says, it wasn't easy to fight with you. Long nights calling the police to end up in your room. So tangled up, I guess it takes two. And I can scream. I got a right hook of my own. Gotta do what I gotta do. So
That's a crazy bar.
Yeah.
Right hook of my own.
I got a right hook of my own.
Yeah.
So
Like, was that an entendre for you talking about music or?
it was both.
a
It was
little
like
bit
I
both.
got
Yeah.
I got a
Yeah, that's what
right
I'm
hook
saying. Yeah,
and
that's
I
what I'm
got a
saying.
right hook.
Yeah, that's.
So
I know you're speaking on talking shit, but that's good writing to me. I'll be like, that's a bar.
yeah.
That's a bar, yo. So
Yeah.
I get that. Still trying to be musically creative in the midst of some hardship that like people, you know,
Yeah, so I like
even if it
listening
only hits
to
for
it.
me, type of thing.
Yeah, so I
It
like
would've been
listening
fine.
to it because I just sit there and I laugh because I'm like, wow, you fucking did that. Like, you turned one of the most hardest situations of your life, and you turned it into something like so powerful and so beautiful, and like you made it sound good, and hopefully it inspires others. So
That's fire.
yeah,
I'm glad that's like your ultimate direction with the music.
yeah,
To be transparent, to just, as you said, sharing experiences.
yeah,
Sometimes like making the fun songs. It's like, I know this is what you guys would like, rather than taking it to like, this is a song I love. If you guys love it, it don't matter anyways. Type
it's
of
for
thing.
me.
Yeah,
But if it's for you, cool. Yeah,
I hear that.
Yeah.
I hear that.
That
Is that
is
the
cool.
direction of the whole album? You would say?
Yeah.
that is the end of that.
Oh, that's the ending of it.
So that
Ooh.
that was something that I came up with after all the other songs were done.
Damn.
There's a song about sex. There's a song about being alone. There's a song about trying to think the other ones. There's Climb. There's a song about, it's called Favors. It's a song about helping my friend to go out and have a good time after finding out something about a guy.
You know what she talked about at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, helping her friend heal. She missed something else.
Trying to help my
But
friend.
she was there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Nah. Salute to you being that friend too.
So
Because it seems like you're healing in the midst of all this too. Probably. Like, I don't know.
it's been a long process. Yeah, it's been almost 6 years since I, decided to leave the toxic situation and decided to, focus on myself and heal myself. And it was also, I also lost somebody, so I was also grieving. So like, it was a long process, and I'm like here 6 years later. I'm like, maybe I need to go to some therapy because it's taken a long time for me to heal from this. But the music is definitely helping, and I'm back at church, so that's kind of praise Jesus for that. And slowly but surely, hopefully, we can get to a place where I can say, yeah, like I got through that. But yeah,
That's fire.
yeah.
It is.
Sheesh.
So along with all this, are you going to be doing any music videos?
I want to. I really do. With my personal songs with EP, we'll definitely get one done. For sure, at least one. I might not be when the music drops. I might hold off till like December. I know Jonathan Felix is gonna be really annoyed with that because he wants me to like make video after video after video. But just realistically, I can't afford to do something like that. So what I want to do is just be smart about that video. I'm going to see what song does the best because it's always a song you least expect to like catch people the most attention. So whichever song gains the most attraction, I will choose that song, and then we will do a video for sure for that one. And then
Do you have a specific videographer?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you're only gonna work with them, or
I mean, I'm not like, but as far as right now, like he's got the best work for me that I've seen. Like the past videos that we put out.
yeah, you should check out Isaac.
I know.
He's affordable.
I know. I'm sure. I
That's
still,
all I
you know
can
what?
say.
I still haven't seen
That's all
any
I
of
can
your
say.
work
Thank you, man.
other than the work that we do here. Like I still haven't seen. I didn't even see the video that we did when we did that little
Oh,
clip.
it's on YouTube.
Yeah, I need
on
to check
YouTube.
it out. I'm almost a little scared to see it.
Oh, for the sketch.
For the sketch.
Yeah, I still haven't
hear
seen
you.
that.
Yeah, it's
You got
on
a key
YouTube.
role. You in that?
I know. I'm kind of scared to see it though.
that
'Cause I'm
joke.
like, did I look crazy?
No, you did
like,
You're about to send it into acting agencies. You don't even know. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I wonder if Eric's seen it. I need to send it to that guy. Shout out to Eric Woods. Too.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Eric
Woods.
Woods,
Yeah.
That's the
man.
wood. Damn, that was another spot I seen you at the tribute show.
Oh yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
I hosted for somebody.
Yeah, you did. For somebody. You did. For somebody. Damn. Yeah.
You put me in a tight spot,
No,
man.
but you was with it. You was with it.
No,
I didn't know what she was talking about. You
I
know,
was-
that makes all the sense.
You didn't catch it. We were good.
It was actually really fun. I've never hosted before, so I was like, "Fuck it!" Like I'm gonna try. Like, and me and Eric are, really tight friends as a homie, and I went to elementary school with him, and so
It's the right decision.
yeah. So I was just like, if I could give back, and
torch.
I wasn't
Yes,
singing,
dude.
so I was like, this is my way to like give back. So yeah, it was cool. I wasn't the best at it, but I held it down.
Nah, bro. You did an acapella there, and
I
that-
did.
Like that's what I'm telling you. Like that
Yeah.
mattered because it was just a bar. Like sometimes at a bar they just be like, "Oh, hip hop's going on." It's not really like engaging,
Yeah.
They just want to see the acts, like do their thing, bro. Just like keep the night going, bro.
Yeah.
Like we don't gotta focus on you, but just do your thing and make sure it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Once the hosting started coming into play, like the acapella, you said it can be like eye catching. Like it
Yeah.
could just be like, "Yo, what's
agree.
actually going on up there?" type of thing. So
Yeah.
to me, it was like more cool because they would have, like, say people that were just there for the average night, they would have bypassed what was actually going on and like the importance of how serious everybody there was taking it,
True.
But after the acapella, like it engaged everybody. So once everybody gave the shout outs to Woods, I feel like everybody was involved and kind of like it made like the moment more special rather than just if we were just up there and doing hip hop and like although we know what we're doing it for, it hit way different with somebody. Because she was able to speak on, like, as she said, like, personal experiences. I only know Woods for a certain amount of time,
Yeah.
Like, because, like, even Tyler himself, Tyler was running around. He was kind of handling the whole night. So he was busy. He couldn't do both ends,
Yeah.
So it kind of worked out. I liked it myself. Just because if I would have walked in and saw the night, it's like, yo, this guy's getting a lot of love. Like,
Yeah.
that was, like, the best feeling.
That was a good.
He's
feeling.
just getting love from
Yeah.
everybody, That's why I got that shirt.
Yeah,
Shout out
I
after,
got one too.
I got that shirt with it.
Yeah, and I spoke to him recently. I just checked in with him like over social media, and I'm pretty sure he's doing better. And that's super. That's all I was really worried about, and that's all. I think we all were kind of like more concerned,
Yeah,
just
just
his
concerned,
health
yeah.
and stuff. So yeah, shout out to Eric Woods.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you be watching.
Man, my dog, bro. Real shit, bro. My dog, bro. Real shit.
Okay, so are you gonna be performing now just with Sage, or are you gonna be doing yourself and Sage?
I will be doing my own sets of. I am kind of at a point with my performances where I'm gonna be a little bit more picky, just because Sage does keep me busy. So, if I'm gonna do something on my own time, it's not, I'll be driving to LA sometimes and like spending so much money just to not get paid and end up spending more money to perform, and it doesn't matter the size of the crowd. I know everybody says that. It doesn't matter, but it does matter what happens with my pockets. And if I'm spending
exposure at least.
Yeah.
if I'm spending like $30 on gas and then I'm buying my own drinks or whatever, I don't have to buy my drinks, but I'm there. So it just becomes like more of a hassle. But certain things, I will definitely do, especially like if it's an OC, like I'm always down. And yeah, I believe that me and Sage have a lot coming up, so
Yeah, you're gonna go. Are you gonna go on tour with them?
I don't know, but I believe so because the song that we're working on right now is something that he is definitely very excited for, and it's. I don't think we would be wasting our time with new music if it wasn't going to be going on tour. So.
Right.
But yeah, he hasn't talked to me about it yet, and I do have a job, so I'm like trying to figure out like how I'm gonna like get some time off work and figure out what's going on with my son, and so those are all things that we're all gonna have to come in and have discussions about. But hopefully it's not too long of a tour, but hopefully it is. It's like a bittersweet thing, like yeah, but I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Every
exciting.
opportunity could be golden. You don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know he is talking about a tour. He's talking about festivals. These are all things that we've been talking about. So we're just getting ready. And this has all been like so much fun to just kind of. It's like riding a bike. I always tell him like with our sets, I'm like, it's like riding a bike for me because I don't really have to remember too many words. It's more of like vocals and I have it kind of set in my head now, so it's like riding a bike. I just get up there and I know what I'm doing, so it's cool.
I hear that.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
Hear your progression from last season to now.
Was that
Yeah,
last year?
that's really that's
That
really
was the
cool.
first
Whenever we
season.
bring someone that hasn't
It
been
was still
on
part of
in
the
a
first
while,
season?
we get to
No.
see
Yeah, it was
like
first. It was
It
first.
was at Andy's studio.
yeah.
But it was his second studio.
Oh yeah, but that was still part of
Yeah.
That
So was
still
that
season-
last summer though?
Season 2 didn't
Still?
start till we got to the other spot.
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was the very beginning of season 2. Was that
Damn.
was that the set? Was that
You're
the
a
set
while
spot?
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 2 years ago then.
That was 2 years
Nah,
ago?
it's
Nah, you're
not
like
that. No,
Nah,
we
you're
just
one.
sped
It was
up
like-
See,
season
because
2.
I'm trying to think
Yeah.
when I dropped my
We just have so
EP.
many
Yeah.
episodes. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think if I dropped my EP.
It was
Actually,
season
I
1
can
though.
look it up. But if I dropped my EP 2 years ago, but I feel like
22.
I dropped it
It was
last year.
22.
It was
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not that far behind in
No,
my
you're not.
EP.
Nah, we
Okay.
just sped up season 2 once we got to like double episodes. But like it
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
it seem far because there's a whole spot in between this spot.
Okay.
So that's how we kind of go off
Yeah.
like who's been here and who was at the last spot type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool though.
And
Yeah,
for
I
you to
got my
miss
head
the
in
whole
every
Santa
episode.
Ana, like it seems far away because
Yeah,
you
it
were at
does.
Andy's last studio, you know.
July.
Oh, so you
July
went to
11th.
Santa Ana after
After,
Andy.
yeah, after Andy, yeah.
Gotcha.
July 11th.
July
So
11th.
last
last year.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here you go.
Yeah, like literally just a year.
Then I just dropped my EP.
Yeah.
Damn.
Salute.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been working.
So I
you've
So
been working.
I really thought I was behind. Like I thought, like, damn, like it's been a long time since you've dropped music, and I did just drop Origami, but now I'm putting more pressure on myself. Like, okay, like, you gotta just. I'm gonna get it out. It's gonna get ready. It's ready, and it's gonna do really well. I'm really excited for it.
Nice.
Sage's feature
Manifest.
on is
Yeah.
like, whew, he killed it. Honestly, it's one for the ladies for sure. So
we can see this EP before December?
yes,
Ooh,
Okay.
before December.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully October. My
Okay.
birthday's in October, so I'm
Oh,
hoping
word.
Okay.
for my.
Shooting for
Not gonna tell
October.
you how old I am. Hoping for my birthday, October 17th. I want to have like a party. I know. I almost said it.
Defensive about
I
it.
almost said it, and I was like, "Wait a second, nobody
I
needs
know,
to
so I was like,
know."
bro, you got
Don't you
something
fucking
to
ask
She made sure we couldn't even get that question off.
No, we're
hear it.
approaching
I hear
an age
I
where
hear
I
it.
don't want to
Nah,
talk
you
about it no
good,
more.
you
Yeah.
We're good. I know.
So it's after 21, bro. There's really no point in keeping track.
I'm
Yeah.
an adult.
It's just a number.
That's how it is.
It's just a
I'm
number.
an
I feel
adult.
like I'm
an
like
adult.
21. Okay,
I hear you.
with a 10-year-old.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
You told me what with a 10-year-old, you gotta like that. Oh, you was 11 again. Busy. Like,
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
That's what I'm saying. That sounds crazy, bro. You gotta like.
Yeah,
That's.
it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm
just being
hoping.
a
I'm
fool.
hoping
just being a
October
fool.
17th. I'm hoping that's when it'll
Oh,
be
you
ready.
gave an actual day?
I'm hoping. Yes. Well, that's my
October
birthday.
17th.
So I'm
Wait.
I want.
Yo, that's my homie's birthday.
Yeah.
I swear.
It's Eminem's birthday too.
Word.
Just so you know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy's
Um,
birthday.
Sick
That's
ass.
crazy.
Yeah. So hopefully it's ready by then. I will try to push for sooner, but
All
I
right.
want to make sure everything's right because this is like, I dropped the first EP, Arielle's Lullabies, and that was just like the first set of music that I ever really like took interest in and ever like really recorded. And now it's like, okay, now I've been doing it for another 2 years. And it's like a whole nother level compared to like, I've listened to Arielle's Lullabies and not to bash Arielle's Lullabies. I love it. I still listen to it. I'm like, damn, this is a good song. But it's just a different side of me. My vocals are so much more in the song. Like I'm not just singing the words, I'm adding melodies, I'm adding harmonies everywhere. And the great thing about Christian is he's like, you know, giving all of his input is like, okay, well, maybe you should do this. Maybe you should add a little tag here. Like, it's definitely like a higher standard for what I've been working on for sure.
That's fire.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Juice is
We are
here
too.
for it.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
The juice here for all that.
Yeah.
Ariel, you can tell people where they can find your music at.
My music is on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, every streaming service you can think of, YouTube. And yeah, so right now, the last thing I dropped is Origami. And it's definitely worth a listen. Definitely worth a listen. It is a very good song. And it is just a preview of what the album, what the EP will be. Because that is the first song that I made with Christian and Phrase. And, you know, that's where it all started. So it's just a preview. But it's a good song. I will probably perform it soon.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then you just gotta look up Ariel to find all your music.
So yeah, it gets a little complicated with all the artists, you know, and all the stuff. But I typically just tell people look up Arielle's Lullabies, and then that EP will pop up, and you'll be able to find me.
Or
And
just tap into the IG bio.
or
That's
the
what I
IG
did, you know?
bio, yeah.
It's the easiest access to everybody. I
Where can they
swear.
find you on IG?
Arielle Acosta Sings, and you know, my mom kind of screwed me when she spelled my name, so it's not like the Little Mermaid Ariel, it's Arielle, so it's like complicated as hell.
Arielle.
Ariel.
No, it's just Ariel.
Yeah, she was real quick. Like, no.
Because people
That show's
always are
over,
like,
dude.
Ariel.
Show's over. We're not doing that at all.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's what drives me nuts. So I just,
Looking at people.
Yeah, like, bro, get another one.
Don't even say my fucking name.
yeah, it's funny because stage always is like, how do I introduce you on stage? Is it Arielle? And I'm like, bro, I always tell you, just think of the Little Mermaid, okay? Ariel,
say
just
Ariel.
Ariel.
Bro, it's the
And
fourth
then-
time.
And then the Little Mermaid coming out doesn't help me at all because you type in Ariel and the new Little Mermaid pops up. And it's like a whole thing that I've had to like figure out how to get around. But
Damn.
yeah.
That's the marketing troubles, huh?
Nah.
I hear
It's the
you.
worst.
Not really a shout out, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a thing, bro.
No, I know.
You
I was
gotta
saying, shout out
find
to
a way
the
out of
marketing
you. Gotta
troubles,
find a
bro.
way around them, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
fine.
Ariel,
So I'm gonna carry a little little
just
tag.
use
Like
QR
here,
code?
listen to
QR
my
code? Yeah,
listen
you
to
say,
I can get it
"Scan me
tattooed
out."
on
Yeah,
me.
Scan me.
Like this is how you find my music there.
That's
Okay.
man.
Rather than me
Yeah.
getting their phone and like, you know, all that. It's funny. But yeah, thank you.
Thank you for coming by. Great
Yeah.
conversation. Great time.
Yes. It
Album
was.
coming up.
Shout out to
Lot of-
Sophia holding it down.
Hold on.
Hi,
There's
Sophie,
such a-
y'all.
She said, bye. Hey, you better download that shit.
How much it costs, right? He said, what? Nigga try to find it.
But I'm gonna let you get it.
I always tell my son no. I'm like, no, I'm not buying any
You're
games
not
because I
buy-
don't know the subscriptions, and then like
Yeah.
somehow like 6 months later I'm paying for something he doesn't even use. So.
Yeah.
I hear
She
you.
hasn't done that to me yet.
No.
I'm knocking on wood.
Yeah, I can't do it anymore.
Luckily, because of Apple mostly. Like,
Yeah.
they be, like doing
Didn't
the
you get a
base
game?
scan and shit like that. out
Didn't you
there.
get a game?
So I get lucky
Sophia.
with that. But
Yeah.
she be trying to get on the other systems, and I'm like, nah, don't do that.
Yeah, no, it's he asks me all the time.
That one. Pick which one's better for you.
That one?
Look into that one and say the Juice Podcast. And that's our ending.
She's like,
You want me to do it with you? No? Okay. It's like,
You got it? You got it?
you want to do it?
Hold us down,
Nah.
Sophie.
Come on,
Hold us down.
Sophie,
Hold us down. Hold
You
us
wanna sign off
down.
with us? All you gotta say is your name into the microphone. You wanna do that, at least?
Like, bro, just get the
we
game,
I
bro.
know.
We made her
Said
shit.
just
She's
get
like,
the
I just
game,
wanted the game.
over
You already put me on the spot.
For
like,
one thing.
Okay, consider it with this toward.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, well, we're out here anyway. That's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to get her to sign
It's Juma.
It's Frankie.
And Arielle and Sophia. And we out here.
Go around the town, up in my way, up my shit. Niggas be making a sound.
Nothing.
Niggas don't wish where I'm from. Grind till we making it out. Selling that fish, selling that fish. Niggas grinding just a sign.